Hey everybody, how's it going? In this video, I'm going to show you how you can turn off your server signature, which is a pretty big security issue. Now, your server signature contains important information like the version of the server you're on, your operating system, what version of PHP you're using, and so on. And it shows up on pages like 404s and 403s when a page isn't found, or when access is forbidden. Now, in the wrong hands, this info could be used against you. Generally speaking, you're much better off if hackers or other bad players aren't able to know these details. Now, as to why your server signature was turned on in the first place, that's another question. In any case, after running our site on SEO Site Checkup here, we can see that it's failed this test. And it shows us our vulnerable data here. When our server generates web pages, or even error pages, then this info is displayed in the website server header. Hackers can use this information to identify potential vulnerabilities and places to attack us. If we click on How to Fix, we can see guidelines on how to clean this up. We don't want this information broadcast to the public. Now, this is pretty easy actually, but what you need to do here depends on your server. So we'll go through each of these cases here. For Apache, you just need to add these two lines to your Apache config file. Now, if you're using Ubuntu, Debian, or Linux Mint as your web server, then you can find that Apache config file here. Or if your web server is on Fedora, CentOS, RHEL, or Arch Linux, then you can find that Apache config file here. And then all you need to do is add these two lines at the end of that Apache config file. And boom, your server signature is now off. Now, if you have a WordPress site and all of that was just gibberish to you, no worries. For WordPress, there are a few plugins out there that can handle that, like WP htaccess control. Or we can also turn off the server signature ourselves by simply modifying the htaccess file. To find that file, just log into your WordPress control panel, then come to SEO, Tools, File Editor. And here you should see your htaccess file. Just add the two lines of code at the end, and save. If you want to disable your PHP version showing up, it's pretty much the same thing we just discussed. On ASP.NET, you'll want to edit your web config file, then find the system.web element, and add the following code. And if you're running Apache, you'll also need to find your config file. If you're on Ubuntu, Debian, or Linux Mint, you can find your config file here. Or if you're on RHEL, CentOS, or Fedora, that config file can be found here. Once you're in your config file, you're going to want to hunt down the line expose PHP equals on and simply change it to off. And there you go. Dust off your hands, you're all set. You've now got better general security since this system information is no longer showing up publicly for everybody to see. Feel free to check out our other videos so you can keep fine-tuning and getting the most out of your SEO. And click subscribe to stay updated with new tips and tricks to get you to the top of the search engine results pages.